created using Powtoon.
Hi, it's Jason Troy Medium. Thank you for watching another episode of Ask Jason. I'm just going to stay on the theme of energetic maintenance. I'm noticing some more questions about cord cutting, energetic releasing of energy that's from other people. Now, within relationships, a lot of times what will happen is, could be within a partner that you've had for a long time, could be an old boyfriend or an old girlfriend. Sometimes when you release from that, when you on a physical level, when you actually make the decision to move on or to leave, a lot of times there's still residual energy that's stuck, that doesn't want to move. It's still feeding, it's still moving, and it's still drawing back and forth. And, this could be an example. Sometimes you could be just sitting there doing dishes or something very mundane, and all of a sudden that thought pattern of that person you haven't talked to for over a couple of years, and all of a sudden it pops back into your head. A lot of that can be somebody that's trying to, I guess they're probably thinking of you at the same time, or they're going through something, or they had maybe gone through some books or a bunch of boxes and saw some pictures of you, and that just triggered another emotion, which on an etheric level started to feed back to you, depending on how much work you've personally done in yourself. Now, this can be the opposite as well, where you've done a lot of your energetic maintenance and work and so on, and released a lot of the stuff that is around you from that person, and they haven't done theirs. So what they'll try and do is reattach that energy cord. It's more of an energy tie back to you. So sometimes when you're doing this work, if you're having a session with a person, where they're actually releasing some of this stuff from your chakras and your chakra points and so on, you may have contact with them just out of the blue. You may get an email, you may get a text, or you may get a phone call for no reason. So a lot of times this will trigger activity. I've always give caution when I do some of this work as well, when I'm doing energy cord cutting with people, is that just to make sure that they watch their patterns. Sometimes afterwards, could be 3 or 4 days, their dreams may be more heightened, more lucid, because the energy isn't blocked anymore. And sometimes I even had a lady give me a call, or actually she sent me a text, and she said she was very concerned. She was like, "What did you do to me?" And basically, the process is not invasive at all. It's basically you identify where they're feeling the tension or the tightness when we connect to the person or the subject, and then we just on a more of a metaphoric level, we release it. We cut it with a pair of scissors or a knife or a sword or something. So we release that energy back, and so it's just identifying. We release it, and then we heal it, and we just place a band-aid over top of it, and so on. So it's not a very evasive process, but she was very concerned because she had done she was more in a reactive mode, and she released a lot of this energy in a text that she wanted to send to her husband at the time, because she was trying to decide between a husband and a boyfriend, and she was concerned with the repercussions of that, because she's never talked to him like that before in her life. And basically, it's when you do these types of sessions, it's like you're shaking a pop bottle. You start to move the energy around so that it can move, so that you can get to the next step. A lot of this energy is just holding us in the frequency that we're not being proactive, we're not moving, we're just feeling stuck, and we're not. It's almost like we're spinning our wheels. So when you do this type of energy work, it can be, I guess, place you into a reactive state, which is more of a caution that I usually state for a lot of people, is that make sure that you're more of an observer of the energy and not be very reactive, and take a couple of breaths before you send the text. I've had people where they've even gone into like supermarkets, or they're in public, and somebody's energy represents that person, so they go off and fly off the handle, and they don't even realize why they're talking like that. So the energy will express itself, and a very example with that lady, it had expressed itself through her hand, and that's how it pushed out of her system to release, and it went into the text, and then it was given back to him. So the energetic cord cutting is a really good session. Sometimes I always recommend 1 or 2 sessions. A lot of these sessions are not an event, depending on how much work you've done on your end. Sometimes it does take 1 or 2 sessions. It's like peeling an onion. You can go through one to the next one. It's just getting down deeper and deeper and deeper. I've had sessions with clients where they've got so far down, and they were getting more into their childhood, and it just gets, it's a very therapy. It's almost like a hypnosis type of scenario as well, because you start to peel back all these layers, and there is that root energy that needs to be released. Now, I always recommend people doing a lot of the work on their own, meditate on it, whatever you're dealing with. Could be trying to move into to a next job, but you're feeling scared, or there's this fear. So that fear barrier is an energy cord, and it's tied in somewhere that needs to be released. And once you release that, you may now have the courage to move forward, to actually leave that job, to go into the next job. So it could pertain to all different areas of your life. It could be within relationships, it could be with money, it could be with abundance, it could be with trying to I guess, move past a fear. If this is something that you're interested in, I do have a lot of information on my website. A lot of my contact information is at the bottom of the page. And if you have any questions or concerns about this, just shoot me an email, and I'll definitely try to respond as much as I can. So thank you again for watching another episode of Ask Jason.
Created using Powtoon.